some whiskey. Keep quiet. They hide in the bush. And I've got my little dog that can find them in the woods, like a little bit of a truffle hunting. Have the bottle. I did the hunting. Well, my dog Ruby did the hunting. She finds him, I drink him, and of course I'm happy to bring it home, the spoils of a hunt. And of course when you hunt you have to skin the deer yourself. So tonight I'm going to skin this one. I'm going to open up, remove the head. And of course we are respectful when we do a hunt, and we must use everything on that animal from the head to the tail. So we're going to have to do a respect on this one and do a proper nosing and tasting. Now just a little bit on the Adelphi. This is the Benrinnes 10-year-old from the Adelphi selection. Very minimal information in the front, and then a couple of sentences in the back. So did they use this space properly? Do they give us enough information? I don't know. Let's have a look. Very small letters. This is the Adelphi Selection Single Malt Scotch Whisky, distilled at Benrinnes in 2011, bottled in 2021, and this is bottle number 1 of 273. So quite a nice bottle, the bottle number 1, bottled at 53.2% ABV. It is natural cask strength. It does say unchill filtered. Also I'll put a little close-up picture of it. It's unchill filtered. And then at the back it gives me a little bit of information. Approximately 29 standard drinks. Not much of useful information. Selected and bottled by Adelphi Distillery Limited, and the address in Scotland. So I already hear you ask, is it natural color? Is it natural color? Well, I don't know. Why? Why don't you add this to the bottle? I think we need to do a quick search and see if we can find information. It is a little bit frustrating trying to find information on a whiskey, and there's no information on the bottle. Let's do a little bit of a search, and I go through this motion for every bottle that I have. Frustration level gets incredibly high. Google the right phrase. Does the whiskey have any color added to it? No information available. Do I need, or can I get information on that specific bottle? Sometimes it's not very easy. Now in this case I did find the Benrinnes 2011 edition from Adelphi, and they give me all that nice information, and they tell me about the maturation, when it the vintage, the bottle and everything. But again, they don't give me any information. Well, the next best thing, of course, go to the bottler itself to see if you can find information. Unfortunately, I get no information on this specific bottle, but at least I can go from, at least I can look at other editions to see maybe they have information on those bottles, And what do I find? Let's see, they have a old 10-year-old Speyside. If I click on the information, ping, page not found. Now, this for me is a little bit frustrating for a independent bottler to give me that information or not give any information. If I look at the other option that they have there, the 12-year-old, ping, nothing. A little bit frustration. Gulila 2007, again no information. The frustration level in some of the whiskies and the lack of information, very frustrating. Something that you guys really need to look at to give the buyers all the necessary information, and on the bottle is usually perfect. And of course, with a little bit of research, we did find some additional information, not on the bottle. First of all, Oloroso sherry hogsheads were used for the maturation, and also on the bottle they do tell us the cask number for the cask geeks out there. Again, very small magnifying stuff. So this is actually coming from cask number 305246. What's nice is you go online, Masters of Malt, and quite a lot of the other websites can give you more information that is not on the bottle. Now, sometimes I think put this nonsense at the back that you have, maybe put some of that information so that I do not have to go to a website to find that specific information. Still looking for the color on this one. So of course the moment we all been waiting for, the skinning of this beast of a whiskey. The cost that I'm not sure if I've mentioned the cost. I did look online and you can still find it. Average price in Europe is about 107 euros for this bottle, so definitely not a cheap one. And of course this is number one, and I also would like to thank Anton, the guy that actually bought me this bottle as a gift. I think it is more than a year ago. So thank you, Anton. I'm going to also share this bottle with you as soon as I see you again. So the head is off, removing the skins. Nice little pop. Oh, and I can feel that sweetness coming out already. And quite a generous dram. This is going to be the first time ever that I have something from Adelphi, so it's going to be quite an experience for me as well. And of course, enough with the hunting metaphors. Well, maybe one more. We have to eat the liver. It's an old hunting thing. You kill it, you eat the raw liver. I'm going to drink this one raw without adding water to it. It is a high ABV, but on the nose, Adelphi Benrinnes 10-year-old. It's sweet. It's quite sweet. Oakiness on it. You definitely get that high ABV. And then of course you can only get Christmas cake in a glass. And funny, there's a little orange note peeking out, a little woodiness, a little bit of oak tannin. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's not that like a Pedro Ximénez sweetness that come out. Quite pleasant. And of course I have to also give a little bit of a credit and a heads up and a tip of the hat to all my subscribers. 1,155 subscribers. I'm super impressed with that. And I checked the analytics. in the last 28 days, 11,250 people watch my channel. I'd never thought that would going to be the case when I started this. And can you imagine if everybody liked my video and everybody subscribed? Oh, I'm going to be one of those high jump YouTube reviewers of whiskey in no time. So please, when you watch a video, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and if you do like it, don't forget to like and subscribe and help grow this channel as well. Back to the whiskey on the nose. There's a big toffee note, a little butterscotchy toffee note, a little bit of a bourbony influence that I pick up. There's a little bit of a molasses, a little bit of a brown sugar note, and then I get that raisins, but a very sweet raisin, a little bit of a date on it, a little bit of a caramel note, a homemade caramel. In fact, the alcohol, even if I give that unralphy, shaky, I don't get a lot of it. It is absolutely fantastic. And I think it's going to be quite a dangerous one. If you can't pick it up on the nose, I'm not sure about the taste. It is pleasant. Not complex. I would definitely not say this is a complex whiskey. It is just a lovely sweetness. A little bit of that orange peel note coming through. A little bit of a peachy note, a very ripe peach. A little that dry fruit note coming out as well. Oh, quite pleasant. Now, color-wise, it is a lovely dark color. There is not a lot of viscosity for me. It's like very fast legs running down the glass, not really sticking to the glass. And it does not appear to be a little bit on the oily side. On the taste, cheers. Definitely get the alcohol. It's got that evaporation feel to it. And it's sweet. And I'll get dried fruit, maybe a little bit of a mango note. Dried mangoes or dried peaches. Let me try again. Oh, that's it. Warmth of the alcohol, a little bit of a spiciness of the alcohol. Second sip, still no tannins, no bitter notes. Dried fruit, maybe a mango dried fruit, maybe a little bit of a peach or a little bit of an apricot that's dried. So it's quite a dried fruit note that you get. My whole mouth, there's a hint of a oiliness. I just want to make sure. Just a hint of a oiliness. And immediately your mouth goes a little bit dry. And when you are left with a heat in the mouth, a little bit like a chilly heat. And then after that initial shock of that high ABV, you are just left with a lovely sweetness cover the mouth. It's like taking a piece of chocolate and a handful of raisins and you chew it, and the juices that are released from it, that is exactly what it tastes like. Not a lot of chocolate, just a small pieces within the dried fruit. And adding a little bit of that, and a little bit of that mango note coming in. Wow. And it's on the nose now. After taking a couple of sips, I do get a little bit more sweetness, a little bit more vanilla notes. No funky notes, no off-putting notes on it. Just a lovely sweetness. Again, taste-wise and notes-wise, not really complex, but inviting, friendly, begging you to try some more, and I'm going to. For me, I'm not going to add water to this one. It's just perfect as it is. Now, of course, you can add water. You're the one that buying it. You are paying for it, paying quite a lot of money for it. So you decide if you want to add some water. Just be careful, a couple of drops at a time. You don't want to ruin something with adding too much water and it has to go down the drain. That orange is definitely elevating a little bit for me. A little tangerine note and that little bit more of the vanilla. Now, gonna be quite a dangerous one for me. Pour a small one and just sit back, enjoy it. It's not something that you throw down the throat and pour another one. Take some time with it. I think a little bit of time on this one in the glass is definitely already a big change with regards to sweetness on this one. So give it time. Let me just want to make sure. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely my type of whiskey. I do like the sweet ones. I do like the fact that there's no bitter notes, no tannins in it, no espresso note, no dark coffee note. It is just a lovely sweet dram. So that is me on my hunting expedition. If you are looking for a dog that can assist you in finding your independent bottle in the woods, she's for rent, only €10 an hour, and she can sniff out some bargains for you as well. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.